From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 54, Mike, 54. Not here. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 11.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Switch. 6.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right, here we go. 180! Time to go, night. Check 37. 21. Here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Back at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 120! Check. Watch 54. Go.
Now on second and 16. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
Push him back. 54. Mike 54. You.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
But it leads to 4th down.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? You go tight. Hey! You got tight right there.
Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Gun. 56, Mike, 56.
Throwing again, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
The shotgun snap for Newton. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
54. Oh. 2. Tighten up. Watch out. 11.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 54. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
12, 12.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready? Left 80. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers' 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
20.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 37 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Silver, silver!
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go. 180! Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
11.
Hey, watch set. Watch set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, alert.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Here we go.
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. From the gun on third, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13.
Get ready.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
One, Omaha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here we go. Black 80!
Watch 54. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
54. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Watch out.
11. Stay hot. Stay hot.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
21.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. That's
Stay
right.
hot.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here we
And
go.
this
Here we go.
offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Cut.
65. Hey, gun.
Mike 54. Bound to lose one. Mike 54. Let's go, defense.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming.
Newton now to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
20.
54 Mike. Check.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, They do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And the Panther first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
That's it. 180.
Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. I got it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Ready. 180.
56 is the mark. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. All right, let's get there.
Ready.
Now Newton on 1st down. And Thomas has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Back.
Great.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Mike, here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
Check. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Let's go.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
54. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Garoppolo now. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. It'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to third down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, alert!
Right there, 54, right there.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Hey, gun. White.
Mike 50.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shoot!
Here's Coleman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
2!
Right there.
2! Hey, 2!
Night, sweetheart. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
First down, Panthers.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a run with McCaffrey.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let him know, let him know.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the run.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
21. Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Garoppolo. And it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
What's that? 780?
54. Mike, 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Now Scarlett. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Newton. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
1st down.
Newton now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
180. 54 Mike. I'm trying to collect.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers get a score closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
4 yards on the dump off at second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Set, Wade! Set, Wade! He don't know no better.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one, because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait!
Watch QB drop. Watch
21, 21. Here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
54 is much.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
You ain't going nowhere.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dante Fowler bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Blue down.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
54. 3 buzz. 11. 54.
Garoppolo again. Gets this one to use check. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jim.
12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Garoppolo now. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Ready.
Check. Watch 54.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here we go,
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm scared.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.